Hello, procrastinators, and welcome to Nerd3's FW. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Tabletop Simulator, which is the rarest of rare things. It is a non-jokey simulator that's actually not half bad. It's currently in early access. You can pick it up for probably money. It gives access to a whole set of games that you can play, but also you can build your own tabletop games. So if I were to choose the custom one, I could then plonk down things from the chest and basically build and save my own board games. It's weird. You genuinely are building your own games. Let's show how just simple solitaire works. That's a really nice start. Boop. So as you can see, there's no like locked paths or anything. It's all very fluid and dynamic. So if I was to click and then move off fast, I'd pick up one card. If I drop it on, it merges back with it. If I click and hold for a little while, I've picked them all up. If I shake it around, I start to shuffle. A middle click will flip everything over, and I can spin things around with the middle mouse. If I right click, I get a whole bunch of menus and stuff. So there's a lot. I mean, this has to. They're trying to build a foundation for like every single kind of board game, and what really sells this game, and I'll get to this later, is the workshop support. People have taken to this game really strongly, and it's absolutely fantastic. So you can do stuff like you can have a deal, and then that will go to me. I'm going to put that back. Just mash it on there. Oh no, I've just taken a card. Oh god, it's all gone horribly, horribly wrong. That on there. Yeah, the only downside is it's a little bit more clunky to play than just, say, a standard solitaire match, because it is a foundation that's trying to do absolutely everything. Also, the table doesn't hit the ground. That bugs me. That's what I'm playing. So I always play this so zoomed in because that's just irritating. Some other things you can do. You can cut the deck, so you can take half the deck off and then just take single cards out of that, or the whole thing, and then glue it back on if you so wish. You can search through the deck, so you can have a look around and flick through the deck and rearrange and sort stuff out like that. Hang on. Stop search. Stop. There it is. It's in early access. I can forgive some things. Right, let's just play this. So we'll pick that card up, flip it around. We got a jack. Flick that around. That can go on there. I play the one card solitaire because I haven't played solitaire since I was a child, and well, it's the only one I could work out how to play. The other one's too hard. Vegas rules. I don't live in Vegas. I was in Basildon. This is not Vegas. Baz Vegas. Right. So I need no, we have nothing useful. So I'll take a card off here and then doop. Sure, we have nothing useful. My brain sees all these cards. It's like something there has to go. No. That's just all hideous. That was rubbish. 2. We have a 2. I'm going to plonk the 2 on there. Sometimes they're useful to not do that, but with aces, we'll do it. 4 can go on there. Another 2. Oh, sweet. We're clearing out the red 2s. Whoop. Span you around a little bit. Yeah. And I won't play a whole game. Don't you worry. I'll just play a little bit. Actually, you can go down there. You see, as I'm putting this on, see it's highlighting everything. That means it's actually, if I now pick up this, it is all glued together. And I can do that, apparently. And now I've just fused it together. Yes, some of the downsides of this. Oh, I forgot there is actually an undo button. I believe. There it is. It does make the physics go a little bit janky, but there is an undo button. This card has a gambling problem. And a 10. That's rubbish. Flip the table! You may have known this game entirely from the ability to flip the table, which I find more annoying than anything. It's just more of a we're being weird, and that's just an existential crisis happening down there. But it's a weird thing to have in a game that is much better at being a serious simulator. This silly thing. I mean, you can undo it, but it's a silly thing just to kind of have. I don't quite get why that's in there. I know it's like the rage thing, but it's funny. Not entirely sold on that. You can also give cards to people, so if I held that there, that's now my hand, so nobody can see what it is if it was the other way around. So you can have hands. I think you can have 8 players or something. Maybe it might depend on the table, actually. Can we change the table with a host? We can. Yes, we can have. So we can have a round table. There we go. So we can have how many people in a round table? We've got 1. We've got 2. Yeah. So there we go. We have a whole bunch of people. Whoop. Let me see cards and stuff. So, missed. Fell off the table. These people are getting the cards. That one's faced up. But you see, if they're holding it, if it's in their hand, then it becomes a question mark card. So I can't see it because I'm playing as this team. I can make myself somebody else. Him. And now I can see this person's card, but not that person's card. It's very nicely done. It's very It is a little confusing. There are a lot of buttons and stuff, and it took me a little while to get used to it, but it is absolutely solid, apart from the backgrounds, which I hate. It's playing a tunnel that we're not touching the ground of. So I quite like this background. It just makes my eyes go. This is museum, apparently. This is going to a museum if you haven't got glasses on. I'm gonna go back to the field because it's quite pretty. So the chest is something that lets you summon anything. So if I click on this, I can now summon some marbles. There's a red marble. And this is for building your own games and uploading to the workshop. Everything's full physicsed. It's actually, they did a little bit of optimization work, and since then I've been able to spawn a huge amount of shit. Like an endlessly large amount of shit with it staying at a good frame rate. And boop. So yeah, if you want to make a more dynamic-y sort of game, you can, because it's full physics. Flip the table! Marbles forever! Goodbye! Oh, I tried to flip the table twice. I can flip the table. Oh, look at this. Oh, screw you, table. I don't want none of your table-based rules. It's gone. Let's load up another game. Exit main menu. So the thing that's really good about this is the workshop support. Oh, there's RPGs. I should show the RPG stuff because they're quite nice little figures. If it loads. I have clicked it. Be right back! No, it just took a little bit of time to load. So if you want to do some sort of Dungeons and Dragons-y kind of thing, you have lots of models of dragons and things that do lovely animations and walking stuff, and you can have your creepy zombie people. That's a mummy. I thought it was always a zombie. It's a mummy, or your creepy... What the f... It's like Seaman, the Dreamcast thing, but with a lion's face. Okay. Or your two-headed werewolves in inconvenient places and your walls and all that sort of thing. So if that's the sort of stuff you want, or a snake that you can just stick up a tree's bum. Oh, look at that. Oh, I flipped it over. If you're that way inclined. Yeah, so you can pretty much do a whole host of stuff. The thing I really like is the sheer amount of mods and things for it. Boop. These are the ones that I've downloaded. You may have noticed a large amount of things that already exist. This game's really good for piracy, I suppose would be the best word. I mean, like, you have, like, people are making proper versions of, there's a Pokemon thingy, and there's Risk, and then there's Cards Against Humanity, and Uno, and Portal Chess, I think that's actually an original one, I'm not sure, and Connect 4. This one's actually really nice, because it actually works with physics. You just go, whoosh, blunk, which is quite nice. It's nice to have that sort of, you can then pick it up, and you can cheat, and roll it on top. Oh, no, it's just sat at the top. Then you get this one, and you can go up, and you can knock it out of the way. You can smash it. Yeah. Oh, God, a big attack. They're ganging up on me. Flee. You know, if you're that way inclined. Let's have a go at, see, the stuff like the Pokemon one is done so nicely. Like, I played this Pokemon one, and it does take a long time to load, because there's a lot of cards and stuff in it. But I actually played this and was like, I never actually played the Pokemon game on Game Boy, and then found out it was released on the Nintendo store recently, and bought it. So I actually ended up playing the Pokemon game. Like, Nintendo got money because of this. So, you know, piracy isn't always evil. So yes, if you can choose your deck. So I don't want that one, or that one, or that one. So they can go over there. My opponent can have this deck. Whoop. I'll shuffle it, spin it over. Boop. And I can have this deck. You don't move the deck as much as you move cards. I assume that's the right way around. You can right click. You can also deal cards, I remembered. Deal. So these are being dealt straight to me. So now if I was the other color, I wouldn't be able to see them. And then this one can deal up. You have to be... Yep, that one. Have to be this person. See, it's a multiplayer game. Playing it as one person doesn't quite work. And then you can deal yourself some cards. Nice. Okay, right. This is exactly how the Pokemon game works. Right. Let's play. What are you? I need you can summon... You have to summon your monsters, don't you? You have to put your... Oh my god, I just finished this Game Boy. The Game Boy Pokemon game is really weird. Like, it's got... There's no strategy to it whatsoever. It really is just a case of bring out strongest monsters. I'm gonna... Oh, you have to bench... Oh, you have to put one live. Yeah, I'll put... You're just... Are you a standard one? I don't know, the new Pokemon. You are my active Pokemons. Well done. And I'm going to give you a fire energy. And you've been eaten by it. And I'm going to... That, and then you over there. That goes over there. This one, Mars. And, yeah, you can play Pokemon and you can get your whatever these are, things. And you can play for money. It's just board games. It's really hard to say. Ooh, they're fluffing. It's weird. It's really hard to say anything about this game because it is just, yeah, people have made board games. It's quite strange. Oh, there's other great stuff you can do as well. Like, you can, if you hold on H and do a click, you can do a fog of war and then dedicate that fog of war to a color, like say blue. So now only blue person can see this area. So you have these fog. So you can actually like have real strategic battling things and have like you can move your stuff around like Monopoly. You can hide everything instead of having to actually hide it. So it's a very, very well thought out game. There's a lot of thought has gone into this, and you can do a ridiculous amount of stuff with it, and then you can upload it, and it's so many games. There's so many games on the workshop, and it's all got online support as well, so you can play it completely online. It still looks kind of gross because it's an early game. It really is a very early game at the moment. There's Chinese checkers for us, so we can go. Oh, that goes there. I don't know how to play Chinese checkers, but that fit in there nicely, so I guess I win. It does. It sort of has that look of a very early game at the moment, but I think there's so much potential here. I mean, the thing I really, really like about this is the potential for demos of board games, because you don't get demos of board games. That's not a thing that can be done, but with this you could. So if somebody releases a new board game, or trying to kickstart one or whatever, they could go, hey, here's a little demo of it, and you can, get how to play from this thing, and then a download link to a mod for this game, which I think that's a very powerful thing. I think that's great because there's so many bloody board games out there, and some of them are crap. Most of them are probably crap, and you don't want to spend all your time and money on them. Sorry, I'm now having flashbacks. I used to play the StarCraft 2 board game. Oh, and Twilight Imperium. Jesus, you ever sat down for a game of Twilight Imperium? I like Twilight Imperium, but it does take about 18 years to finish a game. I think I'm still on my first one. I'm not entirely sure anymore. Yeah. Let's go to let's do the chest. We can do the chest. There's save. You can have your saved objects. So anything from any mod you can save and then use yourself. So you can actually take the Pokemon cards and then use them in your own thing, if that's something you particularly want to do. You can have dice, plastic dice. We'll have a D6, which is, as many people know this, the dice, and roll it. And because it's all physicsy, you get a roll on it. I think there was another way of actually genuinely giving it a. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So if you shake it, it just does in grid angle. So shake it, boom. 3. Nice. I can't roll. I used to be really good at rolling dice in the real world, just at any number I wanted. Yeah. 5. Damn it. Okay, let's gonna see. I'm gonna have a dice off. Should you buy this game? You should only buy this game if this dice rolls a 4, 5, or 6. You should buy this game. Yeah, it really does. It has a hell of a lot of potential. It's quite good now. If you've got a friend to play online with, great. Going online and playing with strangers doesn't quite work as well. It just is more difficult to try and explain rules. But it's just a really nice way to play and experiment with new board games, which is quite good. 17, woo! Yeah, so I give this a recommendation. It's just a bit hard to give it a recommendation because it really is just board games, which therefore means it's a really good simulator, I suppose. Thank you very much for watching, and rolling for critical Terra. 16. Standard Terra. Terra.
Enter the domain of the Nerd³. Videos dropping from above like bird poo. Enter the domain of the Nerd³. Videos dropping from above like bird